Keep you waiting, but
Thank you very much.
yeah.
So, can you tell us what did you learn from the exercise and why this is so important?
Well, I think the committee is committed to peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait, and that was the message that President Tsai delivered when she was in California, and so we're interested in what we can do in Congress in bipartisan fashion to ensure that we deter increasing Chinese Communist Party aggression. I think one of the big takeaways from the exercise was just how costly a war would be, and therefore we should dedicate ourselves to doing what we must to prevent a war and standing and helping Taiwan defend itself.
Did the U.S. win, or the PRC, or what's
In some meaningful sense, nobody wins when deterrence breaks down, and that's what we see in a lot of scenarios. That even in the scenario where you're able to prevent or deny or severely degrade the PLA from establishing a presence on the island or a lodgement, it's enormously costly. So. As a consequence, we should be moving heaven and earth to deter that outcome. That's the goal. It's deterrence.
How do you think this exercise will help the Congress members to raise awareness or understanding of the importance of Indo-Pacific security?
Two things. I think it hammers home the urgency of the moment, and I think it should motivate us to work together to see what we can do to enhance cross-strait deterrence. And then two, this format allows for a more free-flowing conversation and therefore a better discussion of, okay, what are our ideas, our legislative ideas that we can get behind. And I think maybe a third thing I would say, one of the takeaways should be that this will not be confined to just the Taiwan Strait. This will quickly escalate, and for Americans to think that they can somehow ignore the problem and that it's a distant over their problem, I think that's naive. What happens in the Taiwan Strait will not stay there. It will quickly escalate. So again, all the more reason to dedicate ourselves to deterrence.
What I learned is that we don't ever want to have a conflict over the Taiwan Strait. We want to make sure that we prevent a conflict, we deter aggression, that we use all means possible to make sure we never get to that situation.
Mm-hmm. Did the U.S. win in the end?
The U.S. will always prevail in any conflict. Our armed forces will defeat any challenge, but the costs, regardless, will be too high for all sides. And we just don't want that to happen. War and conflict should never be, should never be the first step. And so we want to resolve everything peacefully. We would ask the CCP to do the same, to really maintain the status quo.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.